In 1920, a man promised investors a 50% return in just 45 days. Within 8 months, he had collected $15 million. That's over $200 million in today's money. His name was Charles Ponzi, and while his scheme collapsed nearly a century ago, the same trap is still catching millions of people today. Welcome to Forgotten Finance, where lost money lessons come back to life. Here's what nobody tells you about get-rich-quick schemes. They don't just take your money, they hijack something far more valuable, your ability to make rational decisions. And the science behind why we fall for them? It's darker than you think. Let's start with a truth that makes financial experts uncomfortable. You are wired to fail at spotting these schemes. Your brain has something called the optimism bias, a cognitive glitch that makes you believe you're luckier than statistics suggest. When someone promises easy money, your brain doesn't calculate risk. It calculates how you'll spend the profit. But here's the twist. The most dangerous schemes aren't the obvious ones. They're the ones that look almost legitimate. In 2022, cryptocurrency schemes alone stole over $3.5 billion from investors. These weren't poorly designed scams. They had professional websites, celebrity endorsements, and communities of thousands of believers. The lesson our grandparents learned? A con artist's best tool isn't deception, it's your own greed. Every get-rich-quick scheme, from Ponzi's postal reply coupons to today's pump-and-dump crypto coins, uses the same 4 pillars of deception. First, artificial urgency. This opportunity won't last. Only 10 spots remaining. Price doubles tomorrow. This isn't marketing, it's psychological warfare. When you're rushed, the analytical part of your brain shuts down. You stop asking questions. You just act. Second, social proof manipulation. Fake testimonials, rented luxury cars, screenshots of profits that never existed. In the 1920s, Ponzi hired people to pose as successful investors. Today, scammers buy followers and fake engagement. The method evolved, but the lesson didn't. Third, complexity as camouflage. If you don't understand how the money is made, that's not your failing, that's their strategy. Ponzi claimed his profits came from international postal reply coupons. Modern schemes hide behind blockchain technology, forex trading algorithms, or NFT ecosystems. The complexity isn't real, it's a smokescreen. Fourth, the reinvestment hook, the deadliest part. They let you make small withdrawals early on. You see real money hit your account, so you reinvest everything. You recruit friends, you mortgage your house, and then the disappearing act. But here's what haunts me about these schemes. The cost isn't just financial. A 2019 study found that financial fraud victims were twice as likely to experience depression and anxiety compared to those who lost money through bad investments. Why? Because bad investments are mistakes. Fraud is betrayal. Your brain struggles to process it. I spoke with a woman who lost $80,000 to a multi-level marketing scheme in 2015. 8 years later, she still won't invest in her retirement account. The scheme didn't just take her money, it took her ability to trust financial opportunities altogether. That's a hidden tax that compounds for decades. Today's schemes are more sophisticated than ever. They use artificial intelligence to create deep fake videos of celebrities endorsing products. They exploit social media algorithms to target vulnerable people. They've even gamified investing through apps that make day trading feel like playing Candy Crush. And here's the terrifying part. The line between legitimate opportunity and scheme is blurring. Some cryptocurrency projects start with good intentions and slowly transform into pyramid schemes. Some influencers genuinely believe in products they promote, not realizing they're at the top of a collapsing pyramid. So what's the money lesson that keeps getting forgotten? It's this. Legitimate wealth is boring. Warren Buffett's average annual return over 60 years. About 20%. Not 50% in 45 days. Not 1,000% gains overnight. 20%, compounded annually, made him one of the richest people on earth. The millionaires you don't see on Instagram? They maxed out their 401ks, lived below their means, and waited decades. The formula for real wealth hasn't changed since your great-grandparents' time. Earn more than you spend, invest the difference in assets that generate cash flow or appreciate over time, and give it years to compound. That's it. No secrets, no shortcuts, no schemes. Here are 3 rules that have protected investors for over a century. 1. If you can't explain the business model to a 10-year-old in under 2 minutes, don't invest. 2. If the returns sound too good compared to the market average of 8 to 10% annually, they are. 3. If there's more emphasis on recruiting others than selling actual products or services, run. Charles Ponzi spent 14 years in prison. He died broke in Brazil. But the scheme that bears his name? It claims new victims every single day. The method changes, the technology evolves, but the forgotten lesson remains the same. There is no shortcut to wealth that doesn't require shortcutting your ethics, your sleep, or your future. The question isn't whether you'll encounter a get-rich-quick scheme. You will. The question is whether you'll remember the lesson that history keeps trying to teach us. Thanks for watching Forgotten Finance. If this lesson from the past saved your future, hit subscribe, because the best investment you can make? Learning from other people's expensive mistakes.